Hi, I'm Dave Berg, and I'm the Executive Director of Camino Manitoba, walking together at the speed of story. I'd like to share with you the exciting story of Camino Manitoba in 2025. In brief summary, Camino Manitoba deepened its core community, increased volunteer commitment, and expanded the size and number of events. On the financial end of things, we received $35,000 in new grants and raised $15,000 for our events. Camino Manitoba is a walking community that connects people to soul and self, to one another, and to the indigenous stories of this land. Our name directly references the Camino de Santiago, a religious pilgrimage tradition in Spain, Portugal, and France. Religion, in the broadest and original meaning of the word, is a religio or ligament, a reconnecting. In 2025, we continued building a vibrant and reconnecting core community with a strong commitment to a regular practice of walking together at the speed of story. The depth of what we do is as important, probably more important, than the sheer numerical growth of what we're doing. We deepened our community by investing time and energy into the meditative and sharing aspects of our events, particularly the retreats. We're always amazed that there are usually a large number of new people at each event Camino Manitoba hosts. It's a strength for sure that we continue to attract new people, but it's also a potential weakness in the sense that continuity is important. So we're heartened to see the core community, the relationships, the inner life and connections building and strengthening this past year. Part of the numerical growth may be due in part to the spreading by word of mouth about Camino Manitoba. Our social media presence significantly spiked in 2025. In 2024, we had 700 Facebook followers of the Camino Manitoba page. In 2025, we created a Facebook friend account, and we saw the total number of Facebook connections jump to 2,300. At the end of the year, we created a private Facebook group for members to have more daily and weekly interactions with one another and to arrange carpooling. The group is also seeing a steady influx of new members. We started 2025 with our annual Film Festival's fundraiser, which had 60 registrants. We watched 5 wonderful films and had a catered supper on the final night. The filmmaker of Rot was in attendance and led the discussion of his film. We launched our retreats with our February retreat. Our theme for the year was aligning with the cycles of nature and how that relates to our personal journey. We meditated on the significance of journeying in the dark, both personally and as a society. How the seed is dead in the ground and in the dark in the middle of winter. How darkness is an invitation and learning to journey in the dark is essential. The cycles of nature continued through the year, building with each season. At the spring retreat in Lac du Bonnet, we explored stories of seeds, bringing miraculous new life and of interconnection of life as it builds at our summer retreat in Turtle Mountain. The retreat theme came to its conclusion at our September retreat at the Pembina Valley Lodge as we reflected on what nature yields in the fruiting season. What does a human life look like when it is in full fruition? What is the nature of an elder? What are we being invited into by the earth and by our journey together as a Camino pilgrimage community? Another notable event in 2025 was our first camping retreat, Journey to McGillivray Falls, which started Wednesday evening, August 20th, and concluded on Sunday, August 24th. On August 21st, we walked from the east end of Falcon Lake, hiking to the town of Falcon Lake and continuing on the next day to West Hawk Lake. From there on Saturday, we hiked to Caddy Lake, and on the last day from Caddy Lake to McGillivray Falls. We reflected on the 10 Camino Manitoba values, with 4 of our volunteer team members leading the reflective, meditative times together. We were all deeply grateful for how open and vulnerable the walkers were with one another. As with all of the retreats, there was a lot of heart expressed and a lot of laughter enjoyed. I'd like to share with you how people in our community articulate why they come to our events, in their own words. The following are the notes that people wrote as intentions for our June retreat at Camp Koinonia. At the end of our retreats, we asked participants what they received. Here are some of their responses.